but I was always focused. I ain't waste no time. I ain't never calling my name. I used to walk to work every day, me and my dog. Like in and out, I came out alright.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl V, and I am back with another video. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're an oldie but a goodie, then welcome back. I hope everyone had a great New Year's, and I hope you guys are doing well, staying safe, and just prospering, honestly. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, join the family. But yeah, in today's video, I'm going to be doing a dating red flag video. I have 10 red flags right here on my notebook. I had to write them down just to make sure that I remember everything because, y'all, I have the worst memory known to man. So yeah, I wrote it down and we're gonna go straight into it. If you like this video, don't forget to like it, comment, let me know if you guys want a part 2, because honestly, when it comes to red flags, I can do so many more than 10. But yeah, these are just 10 just to start off, and we're gonna jump right into it. My first one, and probably the most important one out of all of these, is inconsistency. I hate inconsistency. I feel like if somebody really likes you or they really care about you, they're going to be consistent. They're going to be giving you that same energy throughout the whole relationship. And I'm going to give you guys an example. Like, if you're talking to someone and one minute they're super attentive, they want to see you, they're checking in on you, they're texting you, calling you, and then a few days later, they're ghosting you. They're not hitting you up as much, or they're not hitting you up at all, and they're going missing on you. That's a red flag. Maybe they're not that into you, or maybe they have a girlfriend, or maybe they have a boyfriend. You know, it could be it could be so many different reasons. But when somebody genuinely likes you and cares about you, I know for a fact they will make that time and they will want to speak to you. They'll want to see you. They'll want to be around you and just be in your life. So that's my number one, is inconsistency. I hate it. That's not a good way to start off a relationship. Yeah, point blank period. My number 2 is bad communication skills. Y'all, it's 2022. We are adults at this big age. If you can't communicate and tell somebody, you know, how you're feeling, you know, what's going on, you can't talk to somebody, or if somebody's trying to talk to you and tell you what's wrong or how they're feeling, you're thinking it's an argument, they're trying to argue with you. That's a big red flag for me. I don't want to deal with anybody that can't communicate. You can't tell me what it is and what it ain't. That's a no-no. That is a no-no. Yeah, bad communication. I've had that. I've had people who don't know how to express themselves and don't know how to express how they're feeling. And it's frustrating because, you know, you want to know how they feel. You want to know where y'all stand, and you want to know, you know, just what's going on, and they're not telling you anything, or they don't want to tell you anything, or they don't want to talk about their feelings. Like, that's terrible. It's not a good thing not knowing, especially when you care about that person and you really want insight and they're not trying to give you that, or they, you know, or at least not trying to communicate with you. My number 3, this one is more so for the ladies, but if the guy is not a gentleman, that is a red flag. Red flag. I feel like if he's not opening doors for you, if it's cold outside and he's not offering you up his jacket, like, you know, just little cute, you know, respectful, gentleman-like gestures, that just kind of gives you insight into what it's going to be like when you're dating him. If he's not a gentleman and he doesn't, like, you know, respect you, it's not going to be pretty. 4 is if you guys been talking for a while, like, say for instance, if you're talking on social media, or, you know, he shoots his shot and he doesn't ask you out on a date, or y'all been texting for a while and he doesn't ask you out anywhere, y'all just been communicating and talking over the phone, he doesn't make any attempts to come see you in person or to take you out, it's a red flag, because why don't you want to spend time with me? You know, we're supposed to be getting to try to know each other, and that includes in person as well. You have to see me. You have to, you know, just catch my vibe in person. Like, especially, I feel like a lot of stuff get misconstrued over text messages and, you know, over the phone versus in person, where you can actually see the person, you can see their body language, you can see if they're feeling you, you can see if this is going to go somewhere. So definitely, if you guys been talking and texting over the phone or communicating over social media and he does not or she does not make any attempts to see you in person, or if you have said, hey, when can we meet, and they're kind of giving you the runaround, maybe they have a girlfriend, maybe they have a boyfriend, maybe they're married, maybe it's so many different possibilities and you don't know. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not gonna make any effort to see me. We're just gonna have a over the phone social media relationship. Like, no, we too old for that. My number 5 is if they only want to link with you at night. I'm talking 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3, and they trying to come see you. Listen, I'm a very understanding person. I understand that people have to work. I understand some jobs you don't get off until in the nighttime, but you don't have any off days. You only want to see me at nighttime, prime booty call hours. It's giving, you think I'm your booty call. It's giving, oh, my necklace came off, y'all. Yeah, I don't like that. You don't never want to see me in the daylight when you could see my face, you could see my features. You know, you just always want to see me at nighttime. My number 6. My number 6 is important. And I feel like it's important because, well, let me tell y'all what number 6 is. Number 6 is how he talks about his ex, or how the person talks about their ex. I say that because I feel like if they're bashing their ex, they're just saying, oh, that person did this to me, that person did that to me, they were awful, they were just a terrible person, and it was all their fault why the relationship didn't work out. It just makes me feel like, okay, if you're talking about that person like that, if we break up, you're going to be talking about me like a dog. You're going to be, you know, saying awful, off the wall things about me too. And then also, I feel like it takes 2 to tango. I feel like it takes 2 to make a relationship work. It makes 2 to make a relationship fail. You know, a mature person would say, you know, hey, it just didn't work out. You know, we were just at 2 different places in our lives, and we outgrew each other. Or we both were just looking for different things in a partner. That's how mature people talk about the situation, not bashing the other person and not even taking any accountability for the parts you played and why it didn't work out. And that's why I say, you know, that's a red flag for me. It's just more so about maturity and, you know, like taking accountability. My number 7 is really more towards the ladies, and it's if the guy wants you to go half with them on a first date. And I know I'm gonna get some backlash for this one, and I really don't care, because I feel like, especially if you ask me out on a date and you're trying to court me, you're the guy, you're trying to court me, you're asking me on a date, and you want me to pay half on the first date. I just feel like, what's the point? I could have took myself out on dates. You know, I could take myself out. I could buy myself food. I can do things for myself. So if you're trying to date me, you want me, why am I going half with you on the first date at that? That's a no-go. That's a no-go. I mean, I could leave a tip. I could leave a tip, or, you know, maybe a couple dates into it when we're actually, you know, really in a relationship. Of course, I don't mind paying for a date or taking you out, you know, and stuff like that. But for the very first date, you're trying to court me, you know, you're pursuing me, you should be paying for the first date. When the bill comes, we shouldn't be, you know, staring each other down like, you know, on who's gonna pay for it, or, you know, telling the waitress, oh, I'm gonna pay for my half and she's gonna pay for her half. That's a no. That it doesn't look good. It's not a good look. I could have been at home watching Netflix and not playing with you. So that's my take on it. Let me know what you guys feel about that, but that's just how I feel about it. But yeah, My number 8, and this is so cringe. This is so cringe to me. My number 8 is if they talk about sex too early. I mean, to each his own. I feel like we're all grown and, yeah, we have, well, most of us probably have sex. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with sex. Sex is a beautiful thing, but let it get there on its own naturally. You don't have to talk about it, and that's the first thing that comes to your mind. You're not trying to get to know me as a person, even if you do just want sex with the person, which is fine. It depends on who you are and where you are. Some people don't want a serious relationship. Some people, just want something more physical versus something more, like something more surface. But it's the first date or the first encounter and you're already talking about sex and what you want to do to me, and it's not cute. It's not cute. It's not attractive. You're scaring me. You're scaring me. You're creeping me out. Like I just that's not, it's not it. That makes me feel like the only thing you want to do is jump my bones. There we get there. If we have sex, we have sex. But if you're just talking about it and you're acting like you've never had sex a day in your life, and like that's the only thing you want to talk about, that's a turn off. That's a red flag. You don't want anything. If you're somebody who wants something serious and the other person is just talking about sex, of course it's gonna turn you off because that's all they want. You want something deeper, and they just want something more surface. They're there for a good time, not a long time. So you have to see these things. You have to pay attention. And if it's not something you're looking for, and if it does not line up with what you want in that stage in your life, then don't pursue it. Don't let it get any further than that. Cut them off. 9. Number 9 is very important actually. Number 9 is if they don't speak about the future with you. They don't include you in their plans. They don't say like, what are we gonna do? You get what I mean? Like, I can't really explain how I want to say it, but yeah, basically if they don't include you in their plans, they don't include you in the future, they're not making plans for the future. They're not saying, when we do this, or when we have kids, or when we get married, or when we if they're just saying I, they're not including you in anything in the future. They're not talking about the future. They're not saying that they want to eventually be married, or they eventually want something serious with you, or including you in their life, then 9 times out of 10 they're not serious about it. They're not looking for something more deeper and serious. So yeah, that's my number 9. My last one is if you're talking to this person and they don't seem to share the same core values as you, that's a big red flag. That's a big red flag because you're not on the same page. Like y'all don't want the same things. You don't have the same values. You don't have the same mindset. It's not gonna work. You have to, have friends or date people like-minded as you, on the same page, that want the same things out of life as you do. So I think that's very important to look out for when you're dating, when you're interested in someone. Do they have the same core values? Do they share the same, the same qualities? Stuff like that. You have to be like-minded or it's not going to work. You guys are on 2 different pages, yeah, 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna go anywhere. So those are my 10 dating red flags. Honestly, y'all, I could have went on and on and on and on. And I hope I explained these, well enough for you guys to understand. I hope I just wasn't rambling on. I don't know, let me know how you guys feel in the comments, but those are my 10 red flags. I feel like as we mature and as we, get older, that we should be very intentional with the people we invite in our lives and the, and the things we want. So I think it's very important to, weed out those red flags. I don't want to be wasting time and dealing with people that don't line up with what we want or, you know, where we are in life. So yeah, I think it's very important. And I hope this video helped you guys out. If you'd like to see a part 2, definitely comment down below. Let me know what your dating red flags are. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see in the future. If you guys want more dating life videos, I can do that. I feel like now that I'm approaching like my mid-20s, I've had a lot of dating experience, so I can comment on these things and I can, you know, give you guys advice about these things. I've dated all kinds of people. I have experience. So let me know if you guys want more dating videos, tips, anything, leave it down below. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.